Hey, it's Will Maynard again doing the trick shot thing. Thanks so much for joining me. And you're going to want to stay till the end today. We've got so many things going on. A reminder that links to all the shots, all these videos, can be found below in the description. Just scroll down and look on your left. Click on More to expand the description, find the shot you want, and click on the time link. So let's get started. The cue ball is frozen to the 1 and the cushion with less than a ball's width between the cushion and the 1. The object is to bank the cue ball around the table and go between the 1 and the cushion to pocket the corner ball. Also, the 5 ball must go in the left corner pocket. Aim, speed, and spin are critical for success. Here's another look. Notice how I made a short punch stroke to avoid both the cushion and the object ball with my cue. Here's an up-close look showing no room for the cue ball to go between the 1 and the cushion. I found that putting the cue ball here allowed me a fuller stroke with reduced risk of hitting the 1 ball with my cue. The stroke is firm enough to compress the cushion, allowing cue ball passage, but making the 14 even tougher now with the tighter gap between the 1 ball and the cushion. The hard stroke retains cue ball speed to compress the cushion again on the way to the 14. The goal here is to make all 3 balls in this corner pocket, but banking the 4 ball on the way. May have to experiment a little bit in order to get the right angle for the 4 ball to bank. Hit the 14 on the left side, sending the 2 to the corner as the 14 caroms to the right for the bank. Meanwhile, the cue ball, with help from the low left spin, thins the 5, sending it into the same corner. Is it possible to draw on a cue ball that's atop a coin wrapper? Let's see. Typically, you'd use a floating bridge and hold the cue level. My floating bridge was unsteady, so I extended my normal bridge as high as I could and shot slightly upward. The 2 in the corner is obvious, but how would you play for the 1 in the right-hand side pocket? I discovered this shot while trying to bank the 1 in the far right corner. I kept double kissing the 1 and scaring the side pocket. This shot goes more than you'd think. The goal is to put the 11 in the side after a carom off the 9. The circle of balls must be frozen to each other or the 11 won't move in front of the pocket. The right English is to avoid the double hit on the cue ball. Notice that I didn't apply right English, and I barely avoided the double hit. In fact, it looks like I applied a tiny bit of left English, but notice how much more spin the cue ball acquired after hitting the 9. This is called contact-induced English, and it happens when you hit an object ball off center. A left side object ball hit produces left spin. The goal here is to send the cue ball all the way around the 8 ball and pocket the 5 in the side. As the story goes, there's a man named Norm Smith who said he learned this shot when he was 7 years old and didn't make it until he was 39. There's a good example of not making a trick shot on the first try. The object is to make the 3 ball in the corner, but after 2 hits. So hit the rail first and just thinly hit the 3 on the way by, positioning the 3 in front of the pocket, and sending the cue ball around the table to finish the job. Here's the Massé machine gun shot where the cue ball needs to spin toward the pocket, repeatedly bouncing between the line of balls and the cushion on the way to making a ball in the corner. The more object balls the cue ball hits on the way, the better the shot looks. Well, those 3 attempts weren't very impressive. 3 balls of 12? Well, let's try it again. Yeah. Last chance. 6 is the best I could do. I couldn't find the perfect distance for the line of balls to be away from the cushion, plus the amount of separation between the balls. So I guess better not quit the day job. Hey, at least setup between shots is quick. We have come to the point in this show where frankly I am exhausted. So I'll take this opportunity to scoot out for a bit of ice cream and a nap, and I want you to enjoy the halftime show. I'll be back and fully revived for more exciting trick shots for you. So now I am pleased as punch to introduce our halftime master of ceremonies, Halftime Harry. Take it away, Harry.
Welcome to the first ever halftime show on these videos. At great expense, we have brought you this never-before-seen act we hope will tickle your fancy. So please give a big pool room welcome to this ill-fated lad who's about to put his career on the line for you. Thank you very much, folks. It's an honor to be here, it really is. Here I have 3 different colored balls on coin wrappers, and I'm going to perform a billiards variation of the old trick, the old magic trick they call the old shell game. Yes, sir. And now I want you to keep your eye on that blue ball at all times, no matter where I move it to. Don't you lose focus, 'cause it could get complicated. Good so far? Well, do you see it? Excellent. Now you folks, get focused now. Now focus. This looks easy, but I promise you it's going to get tough. You're going to be tempted to go out and get some peanuts or just leave, but don't you do it. Ready? Here we go. Wow, that was a workout, wasn't it? Now I want you to tell me, where's that old blue ball now? You say it's in the middle? Are you absolutely sure? Okay, well, that's a great guess, folks, but I can understand why you think that. But you are wrong because it is red.
Wow!
Where'd it go, you ask? Well, got nothing in my hand, nothing up my sleeve. So where is it? Well...
Wow! Oh, did you see that?
There you have it, folks. I love this trick. Gets them every time. Thank you so much. Thank you, folks.
Man. Hey, I'm back, rested and ready for a challenge. Let's try this one. The cue ball is trapped behind 3 balls, and the challenge is to sink the 1 ball in the side pocket. It requires a sharp downward stroke into the corner point. The corner point must be hit precisely in the right spot, as a tiny change in contact makes a big difference in the result. Here's a challenge. Make the 3 in the far right corner and then the 10 and the 9 in the right side. How would you play for the 9? This shot's pretty high percentage once you find the aim point. Here's my variation of the last shot. This one's a little more work than the last. Whoa, did you see the hopping off the first and second rail? I think I put a little too much follow on that. The goal here is, in one shot, Pocket the entire line of 6 balls in the side, then draw the cue ball back to make the 11. What the? Come on, really? I'm out here day and night working on these trick shots, and you can't show a little respect? You think this is easy? These shots require intense concentration. I need quiet! All right, let's try this again. I'm recomposed now. The jellyfish helped. Okay, 6 balls in that pocket, and the 11 ball right there. Ha! Tricked you. Wonder if that's why they call them trick shots. Let's explore what goes on with this shot. I don't think you can make it without the rack. When the cue ball hits the rack, the balls don't move right away. First, the rack bends a bit on cue ball contact, then it springs back into shape, but moves forward a fraction and pushes all 6 balls at once. The balls initially slide in unison, and then they start rolling. How does this compare to the shot without the rack? 15 ball is immediately pocketed while the 1 moves to the pocket slowly and the 10 barely moves at all. It seems that the cue ball force is mostly transferred to the lead ball, leaving a small amount for the second ball and barely any for the remaining. However, the shot with the rack acts like all the balls are receiving the same portion of the cue ball force and they move to the pocket all at the same speed. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this, so please leave a comment below if you have any ideas on why these shots act so differently. Here you have a circle of balls all frozen to each other and the yellow 1 ball a half a ball away from the cushion. Hit the 1 a tad on the left side so that the 1 clips the 6 on the way to the pocket. The 6 transfers just enough force through the circle of balls to nudge the 15 into the pocket as the cue ball spins back and pockets the 8. There are 2 balls to the right just barely holding the 8 up on the cushion. The 2 balls near the cue ball are exactly 1 ball apart. My challenge is to jump between those balls and go 3 rails to head for the corner pocket on my right. Shooting downward to jump these balls will vibrate the table just enough to dislodge those 3 balls. The cue ball will travel 3 rails around the table and pocket the 8 in the corner. The 8 sits atop 2 pieces of chalk. Hitting the cue ball sharply downward will cause it to hit the 8 ball on the rise, launching it over the ball through the triangle and into the corner pocket. Well, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. And until next time, be well.